The FBI planted moles into the Trump campaign to spy on them, something we've long suspected, but now a whistleblower is revealing this via the Washington Times. There was an alleged off-the-books investigation that started before the collusion stuff. So they were rigging this from the beginning. Now, we came upon a lot of this with the Russia collusion hoax and the Steele dossier and the DP tape and all of that stuff. But now, apparently, they had agents in there. This is the same FBI that exists today. One of the most corrupt entities that ever existed in America. The House Judiciary Committee is examining a whistleblower report, that the FBI targeted Trump soon after he announced his campaign in 2015. There was an off-the-books operation ordered by Comey, according to a whistleblower, that even predated Crossfire Hurricane. An FBI agent involved in the probe revealed the off-the-books criminal investigation on Tuesday in a protected disclosure sent to the congressional committee. Wow. The whistleblower disclosure said 2 female undercover agents infiltrated Trump's campaign at high levels and were directed to act as honeypots while traveling with Trump and his campaign staff on the trail. This is insane. After the disclosure, the Washington Times reviewed, which they looked at this letter. The investigation differed from the later Crossfire Hurricane counterintelligence operation that was targeting Russia collusion. It said the early off-the-books probe was a criminal investigation targeting Trump and his staff. The agent, quote, personally knew that Comey ordered an FBI investigation against Trump, and Comey personally directed it. The off-the-books investigation did not appear to target a specific crime, but was more of what agents would describe as a fishing expedition just to find something. Times reached out to Comey for comment, and a House Judiciary Committee spokesman said the committee received the allegation and plans to look into them. Oh, that's good. The whistleblower said the undercover operation was hidden from the DOJ Inspector Michael Horowitz, who investigated the misconduct, right? And a lot of this has been looked at. And of course, a big question is, why is this coming out now? Why did you just send this letter into the committee now? The whistleblower disclosure also said the secret investigation may indicate institutional bias against Trump, though it does not appear that any information about this investigation was turned over to Trump's defense team. Former FBI Assistant Director Chris Swecker said the report, if true, is a booming, egregious violation. It's an unprecedented infiltration of a presidential campaign, which is sensitive, he told the Times. It's sensitive to the point where it would have to have been approved by the AG, would have to have been predicated. And in this case, I'm not hearing any predication. It would have been on the books anyway, regardless. Now, Mr. Trump launched his first presidential campaign in 2015. We saw about a year before they opened up the fake Crossfire Hurricane investigation, asking whether Trump was colluding with the Russians. The FBI investigation and the special counsel probe did not find any evidence of Russia collusion because there wasn't any, but he got impeached for it. The earlier off-the-books investigation, which came before that, according to this disclosure, had no predicated foundation. So Mr. Comey personally directed the investigation without creating an official case file in Sentinel or any other system. So there's no basis, right? There's no predicate. There's no launching point, trigger point to give them even an inkling, oh, there's a crime here, so let's go start an investigation. There wasn't anything. So let's just go look. The disclosure notes the FBI has multiple methods of concealing highly sensitive investigations, so Mr. Comey did not have a legitimate reason to avoid creating a case file in the FBI system. He served as director of the FBI until 2017 when Trump fired him. The disclosure said that Dave Bowditch, deputy director there, and Paul Abate, terrible, assistant director, were also involved in helping Comey. The undercover honeypot targeted Trump campaign advisor George Papadopoulos. Now, he pleaded guilty to the felony charge of making false statements to the FBI in 2017 about his contacts related to Russia and U.S.-Russia relations. Trump pardoned him 2 years after he served 12 days in federal prison and was placed on 1-year supervised release. Crazy, right? So that was rigged. Now, the Justice Department, so it wasn't like what he did was a crime, but what he told the FBI, according to them, was not true. So that's a crime, which is why you don't talk to the feds. Justice Department documents declassified in April 2020 revealed that FBI agent Curtis Heide was the handler for a confidential human source who recorded Mr. Papadopoulos. In the recording, Papadopoulos adamantly denied the Trump campaign was involved in hacking the DNC emails. He rebuffed claims that the Trump campaign was working with Russia. His denials are withheld from the FBI's warrant application to the FISA court, according to documents that were released by Bill Barr, right? So they make him look a lot more suspicious. They don't include any of his denials. This guy's really suspicious. Did you talk to him? And did he deny this? I'll just leave that part out. In a December 2019 report, Mr. Horowitz, the Inspector General, listed the failure to include the denials as 2 of 17 significant inaccuracies and omissions so that they could go get the warrant to spy on Trump campaign and figure Carter Page. The FBI whistleblower said off-the-books investigations was closed because a newspaper obtained a photograph of one of the undercover agents and was about to publish it. Wow, that sounds pretty juicy. The FBI press office, according to the agent's disclosure, misled the newspaper by claiming the photograph was of an FBI informant, not of an undercover agent. FBI said the informant would be killed if the photograph was published, and so they didn't do it. Sounds a little spicy there. Now, additionally, the FBI employee alleged that one of the undercover agents agreed to be transferred to the CIA so she would not be available as a witness, and another bureau employee involved in the operation was rewarded for her activities with a promotion and is now a high-level FBI executive. All right. So the FBI this employee personally observed one or more FBI employees being directed to never discuss the operation with anyone again, which included talking with other people involved in the operation, according to the disclosure. All right, so that all should be corroborated, right? The Judiciary Committee, this is where things start to sound a little fanciful. Oh, they're covering it up and they're going to promote someone to the CIA and that's going to keep this secret, or they're going to promote this person to a high-level FBI executive and that's going to keep that secret. Seems like the Inspector General would have been able to see something about this in his investigation, talking to all these people, but maybe not. And maybe the new investigation into Crossfire Hurricane was the red herring, right? Oh, no, just look at this. This was the bad investigation. Don't look at any of these other investigations. So we'll see where this one goes. Very curious to see what the Judiciary Committee does with it. Their response leads me to think that maybe they don't think it's all that credible in reality because they plan to look into them. Like, yeah, send me an email. I'll look into it for sure. Yeah, hey, we got this great investment opportunity for you. Yeah, send me an email. Sure, yeah. No problem. Take a look at it. Plans to look into them, which means what? They're going to file it in a drawer somewhere. All right. So I don't know if this is credible or not. It's a very interesting report. Don't get me wrong. I do believe that this is absolutely true. I just don't know if, in other words, the FBI had infiltrated Trump's campaign. That absolutely happened. Did the whistleblower observe it and see it in this way and report on it with credibility? We'll see. Would like to see the letter. Would like to see more of the evidence beyond just a news report. But obviously the FBI is corrupt. Obviously James Comey was rigging investigations against Trump and in favor of Hillary. Hillary comes out and she's super upset. I can't believe he said what he said. He gave you the benefit of the doubt. Okay. He didn't charge you with crimes. You should have been charged with crimes, especially if Trump is the standard for charging people with crimes for classified documents, because Hillary was never the president or the vice president who arguably has some powers. She was a Secretary of State. Doesn't have the right to do what she did. So arguably her case is 1,000 times more than Trump's, and Trump's is not criminal at all. So Comey gave her a gift and she's still sour about it. Corrupt FBI, going to be corrupt. We'll see what this whistleblower says. I do hope there is evidence to support that, because that would be a lot of evidence of a tremendous bombshell, and James Comey and others should be hauled in and looked into aggressively. We'll see where this goes and see what happens next. All right.